we're back here at the EB-5 Investor event here in Miami, and we're talking with the EB-5 industry's top professionals. I'm here with Phuong Le, KLD attorneys. Wanted to have you introduce yourself and your services and introduce yourself to the EB-5 investor community.
Sure. Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Phuong Le. I'm a partner with KLD LLP. We're an EB-5 immigration firm. We've done over 5,000 investor families, over $2.5 billion in deals. Happy to do due diligence and take care of you. Been working with the Behring Company for a number of years. Fortunate to call them close partners and friends. Happy to take care of you guys as well.
Perfect. Okay, so early in their journey, EB-5 investors are going to be looking at projects. They look at different opportunities, all the research, but they also are going to be looking for EB-5 attorneys. So what is the first piece of advice that you would give to an EB-5 investor getting started out?
My advice is this: if you're trying to find an immigration firm that does EB-5, not hard, right? What you need to find, though, is an immigration firm that specializes in EB-5. It's a large sum of money, and you're moving your family to US, so our advice is always, you need to find a firm that knows source of funds, as well as can answer your project-related issues. Our firm certainly does that.
So the biggest question that we usually hear is the chance of being approved. So with immigration attorneys, you've gone through the files, you're about to make that I-526 filing, they're about to transfer money, they're making a huge life decision. When you've been able to look at their documents, what is the chance, or how confident can you be in them being approved or denied?
As Colin will tell you, we won't let you file unless we review your source of funds and believe it's approvable. And our approval rate with Colin is 100%, right? And so we realized that, look, we don't like this concept of you being on an island by yourself, of you hoping that your case gets approved. There's no hope here. Unless we think your case is going to get approved, we will not let you fund, we will not let you file.
So we'll make it really simple. Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being absolutely confident in approval. What is the likelihood on your usual filings at the time of filing?
11.
Okay, 11. Thanks, Phuong. Perfect. Okay, so you've been doing EB-5 for how long? Tell us a little bit about the history and track record with you, and how many cases, what countries, all that kind of stuff.
Sure. So, I feel like an old man in this industry. I've been an attorney for over 15 years, almost all that in EB-5. I've worked in-house as regional center counsel. I've represented regional centers. I represent investors as well. We also structure projects. So for our firm, we understand the full life cycle of EB-5 funding. We've handled over 5,000 investor families from every single country in the world: China, Vietnam, India, Korea, Brazil, everywhere in between. And also for project-related issues. We've been thoroughly immersed in this. So whatever questions you might have, we're happy to answer them.
Okay, so if you, being one of the top professionals in EB-5, if you were to describe yourself with having a superpower for EB-5, what would that be?
We'll give you straightforward answers without any the complicated legalese. So if we can't answer your question within 30 seconds, we failed our job.
I like that. That's pretty good. So any predictions for EB-5 by the end of 2023?
So in our opinion, with the RIA, you're an investor, you're on the fence right now. Yes, the price has gotten a little bit more expensive. We're not going to dispute that, but we believe as a firm and as an industry, it's never been safer for investors than it is now, right? You have a layer of protection through the RIA. You have the regional centers much more regulated, and you have more transparency than ever before. So we believe if you're an interested investor, now is a great time to invest.
Okay, so Phuong, we know that you've done a lot of cases out of Vietnam. What is some of the best strategies and tactics when you're trying to set up an I-526 with a Vietnamese investor from Vietnam?
Sure. So if you're an investor from Vietnam, first of all, I think one of the things that people get kind of embarrassed or shy about is they're like, well, I don't have a perfect case. I don't have perfect source of funds. It's okay because nobody has perfect source of funds anywhere in the world. So I think part of it is our general thinking, our general strategy is, chances are you have a large portfolio of real estate, you have money that you saved up throughout the years. Our goal is we don't want the government to know everything. We want to know what's the strongest part of your portfolio. One house, one piece of land that's going to lend you maximize your chances of approval.
Perfect. So yeah, it's good that you mentioned like some investors are worried about not having a perfect source of funds. When there's a gap or a documentation gap or something like that, what are some of the strategies you have to plug that in?
Certainly. And so this is one of those things, right? When you file 526, what we want the government to realize is that you are just not another foreign name. You're just not another case number. We think one of the most important things that you can do is a declaration, an affidavit, right? This is who I am. This is my family. This is where I've earned my funds from. This is how I've accumulated throughout the years. It not only puts more of your personal story behind it, but it helps the government understand why there may be a gap, why there may be something missing there. And the greatest thing about that is it counts as evidence towards your case.
Phuong, thank you very much. We appreciate Phuong Le with KLD Attorneys, one of our top performing